Oh my, a Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETF will rocket prices to all-time highs? We'll talk about that and more in today's episode. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be talking about some news articles such as what's happening to CZ. Also, Vitalik thinking about redesigning Ethereum. What? Huh? And also, does that spot ETF mean 100x on Bitcoin and Ethereum? It should. It really should. And I'll explain why it should in today's episode. Make sure you stay all the way to the end because we're also going to be doing some TA so you can see how to buy and trade this market because it's one way to make some money. And if you're interested in doing that or just buying some Bitcoin, I recommend you head over to okx.davincej15.com. Links are in the description below. Alrighty, so with that said, if you're interested in speaking with me directly, right, link calendar.davincej15.com, or it's another link in the description where you can actually have a meeting with me if you're interested in showing me your project or whatever, or just showing me your portfolio or need some help with something. Okay, what's next with Binance's Changpeng Zhao CZ? Yeah, according to the U.S. sentencing guidelines, CZ could receive 12 to 18 months sentencing, but according to the Department of Justice, is willing to fight for a longer term. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay, so the issue is a potential longer sentence opposes legal experts' consensus. According to the analysis from the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission official, John Reed Stark, Zhao could receive 12 to 18 month sentences at the minimum security prison under U.S. sentencing guidelines, although his legal team is likely to ask for no jail time and an alternative sentence, combining prison time with some home detention or prohibition. Zhao's relevance to the crypto industry may also influence his fate. Okay, well, first off, right, I think somewhere here I was trying to find, I should have highlighted it, but anyways, the only way they could like really give him a long sentence is if they could actually prove he did some sort of crime. Because he's pleading guilty to a crime. So you're like, wait a second, isn't that he means that he did commit the crime? No, Jack. Let's just say there's no evidence that you murdered somebody. Zero. And you plead guilty to that, right? They could try to go, well, this guy's a killer, blah, blah, blah. But the judge could go, okay, can you show me that he did this? Even though he's pleading guilty? No, but we believe it. What? That's the situation, right? So the odds of him going to jail are slim to none. For a long time is a slim to none. He might go do 12 months to 18 months, but probably end up with nothing because there's no evidence of a crime. Oh boy. All right. Vitalik wants to redesign Ethereum. Here's how it will affect everyone. Okay. One of the most interesting points here, I'm not going to go over all of them, but Buterin's vision includes integrating a private mempools, ERC 4337. All right, so before I go into reading the whole thing, I'm not going to bother because you need to understand what a mempool is and why it's important. This is critical because if you do a trade, let's just say you do a flash loan or whatever, right? Everybody gets to see that you're about to make this trade. And then what happens is the miners can go, yeah, you're going to make a lot of money. I'm going to do it for myself. Yeah. So that's the problem, right? The miners can basically, stop your transaction and do it or pay a higher fee ahead of time and basically execute your transaction and make money for themselves. So this is a key problem with the new Bitcoin structure with the 21 validators and stuff like that. Those validators can screw you over. So yeah, that's the way it is. And that's a key thing that needs to be fixed. Okay. The former New York Stock Exchange president, money will flood into crypto industry with spot Bitcoin ETFs. Yeah, it should. but what's going to happen is that money will come in, right? Prices won't go up because the money will come in and it will be at the top of the market, of course, and prices will go down. So the people will go, yeah, I'm not buying. I'll buy when it's cheaper, and they never do, right? And when they do start buying when it's cheaper, it's just not going to raise the price. They're only going to raise the price if things start to smell like hey, you know what, this is going to look bad on the ETF, so we might want to raise the spot price a little bit so that people don't buy it up the ETF, and then there's more than 21 million Bitcoin in the ETF. Yeah, so key problem there, right? So you will be buying a derivative 100%. They will be managing it properly, of course. They're very good because remember, come here. I'm going to tell you something. If you had a printing press, think about that. Would you allow people with that printed money buy another asset that's trying to be money? No, you would not. You do your best. You'd do your best to make sure that that was not going to be a possibility, not directly, because if you did that out and outright, people would have a little bit of concern. I would not trust you. So, yes, they are going to make it obfuscated that they are scamming you. Okay, that's the case. Let's hit on to the TA for today and then close it off. You can see that this orange line that I had drawn, we are broken below it and then coming back above it again. Maybe we can adjust this line a little bit. There we go. So we're adjusting this line a little bit so we can see, boom, that maybe we can hold off a complete collapse and maybe retry to break out on Bitcoin. Ethereum, you see that purple line is actually quite important. We might retest that purple line as we are retesting this breakdown point here, which clearly indicates that, the target is down at the purple line. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just, surpass the purple line just a little bit and then come back up. So maybe you want to take a buy order on the purple line. So it's around the 1950-ish area is where you would hit a blind buy, and with a 2% loss, maybe you take it all the way just below the 1931 dollar mark, and then you'll as a stop loss. So there is your trade for Ethereum. Looking at the crypto bubbles, lots of cryptos have gone over 1x on against Bitcoin. That's pretty good, but not a whole lot. So if you were doing the little lady strategy, it was you had to really test out which ones were going to go higher, and I wouldn't have chose FTT token. Looking at the dominance, the dominance says, yeah, I'm dominating. Bitcoin will continue to dominate all the alts for a very long go And so, yes, there's a little bit of side. It looks like it was trying to break back down, but yeah, you know what? If we go into the weekly, you can see, no. Yeah, it's gotta move. It's gonna move all the way back up to the 60%. Yeah, I'm quite surprised that we didn't just move rapidly to the 60%. Maybe we could end up breaking down, but unlikely. I think we're headed to the 60% at the very least for the Bitcoin dominance. All right. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I did, and I hope you learned something, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.